So hi folks, welcome back to the next video. Today we want to just answer some of your questions with the three of us.
So to start, Brian, what are some healthy eating strategies?
All right, excellent. So one of the main reasons that I do a lot of cooking at home, it isn't just for health, it's for the economics as well. But inherently, I always end up, I sustain myself on broccoli and cauliflower. I do a lot of stir fries with rice because typically it's cheaper that way, but it also just happens to be healthy as well. So that's something I do. I cook my own meals. I don't do a lot of processed food. I don't do a lot of canned food. And it tends to be cheaper as well. So it's for me, it's multifaceted. Yeah.
Nice. Bob?
Well, the very best way to eat healthy is to not eat with me, because I don't eat very healthy. I'm not the one to answer this question. So I'm a bachelor and I eat like a bachelor, and don't eat very healthy. So, and yes, I'm sorry about that. Some of you will not like that, but that's kind of just the way it is.
I've worked in nutrition for a long time, and I want to just echo Brian that I think is unprocessed as possible, which actually lends itself really well to life on the road, because you can get bananas, you can get nuts, you can get oats and grains, and they're pretty simple to cook on the road, but they're also really healthy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Best way to clean yourself in a camper without a shower. Well, we cover this a lot. It's wet wipes. By far the best is just using wet wipes and a basin. You can warm the water up or not warm it up, put water in a basin and washcloth. And somehow we've forgotten that people lived for millions of years without running water. And 150 years ago, none of our ancestors had a hot water heater or running water. And so what did they do? What did the pioneers do when they crossed the oceans and across the plains and all of that stuff? They just, it's not that hard to stay clean. Just a wash basin, a washcloth. Now we have wet wipes, and it's just really pretty simple.
Well, so for me, I do the wet basin. So I wash my hair outside. I have a water bottle that I drilled holes in the top, and so I wash my head over a basin. I actually had a shower in my motorhome, but I got rid of the hot water heater in the shower years ago. And so yeah, I just do soapy water in a basin with a washcloth, strip down, do everything, and then that's it. And so it's honestly, although I enjoy a shower, it is so much less time consuming just doing it in the basin. I can get it done with, and it's easy.
So I want to echo that. Yes, I use a basin and hot water because I really like the feeling of heat, just as like a little bit of a wake up. And then also I use little cotton balls to take off the makeup off my eye, like my eye makeup, as well as dry shampoo. So I'll use a lot of dry shampoo, and then I don't have to wash my hair for weeks sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very good.
Makes sense. What do you think about how the nomadic lifestyle helps us as individuals, whether that's from a psychology basis or just a human happiness basis?
The thing I see by far the most is people's stress falls away. A lot of money stress falls away because either you're retired and you're pretty well set financially anyway, and now you're living so cheaply that money stress falls away. Or if you've had tremendous money stress, you barely making it, all of a sudden that falls away because now you're living so cheaply. And your stress about a lot of the things in your life just falls away. So I've wondered often, why do I meet so many wonderful people who just are happy and free? And I think that's it, that once all those stresses, the normal daily stresses of living fall away, that you see the real person that's been hiding under there all along. And they're great people.
Yeah.
Just great people. And everywhere I go, like we're in the middle of RTR right now in Arizona, and that's what I hear over and over again. I met all these great people. And it's really life-changing when you throw down all your stress and the real you comes out, and that is usually a pretty amazing person. So that's my thoughts.
Autumn, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. So to echo what Bob's saying, in this nomadic life, living so simply, and then in community as well, it allows for those base level needs, which we have to meet first, to be met. And so then it allows us to do the more fun needs, I think, relational needs, creativity, meaning, purpose.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to add to that. You guys said it like so wonderfully well. I would just say, I know for me personally, it has made me so much happier in that having that simple life, and just I get to enjoy my days and not worry about the grind and like the day-to-day, you know, rat race. And so I think for me, it's just I'm happy doing what I'm doing, and that to me speaks volumes.
What curiosity do you have about your subscribers? I guess one of my curiosity is, how can I best help you? What can I best do that will make your life better and easier? I've never been a very in touch with my feelings guy, and so one of the things I've tried to do as I've gotten older and as I've worked more and more in YouTube and on my website before then, was think, how does my subscriber feel? What needs do you have that I can meet, and how can I go about doing that? So that is my curiosity. What are you feeling? What are your needs? And what can I do to meet those needs? That's I try to make that my guiding light.
I really like to know why people enjoy these videos. So it's just a curiosity, like, are you here because you're living vicariously? Are you here because you're looking to go out on the road yourself? So that just really intrigues me, because it's really inspiring to hear people say, I watched videos for so long and then I finally did it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm kind of curious just where they are in their nomadic journey, whether they are, wanting to become nomadic, or if they're actually on the road, or like how it's going for them. So I'm kind of curious, like not just their success rate, but just where they are in their journey and what it's leading to.
Brian, how do you build community or find community?
I think that's a huge question to ask, and very important to a lot of the audience here. It's one of the things when I first hit the road for the first 4 months, I didn't have that community. And then I met Bob in the desert with 13 others, and I realized, wow, there's other people out there. And then when Bob first started the RTR, that was how I built community when I first started out. Just going to these little gatherings that you meet other nomads, and within the group of people, you will find your people more than likely. Sometimes it's taking that step of being a little brave in making that effort to go out and meet people, because I know a lot of us are introverts, but sometimes you have to push that envelope a little bit just to find your people. And so my advice to anyone out there is just take a chance and go to a couple of these events and just, make a stab at it.
Well, I started with the Yahoo group that we talked about, and I went probably to 2 or 3 different gatherings. People would just announce we're having a gathering, and I went to 2 or 3 of those. And then we did the one that Brian came and joined me at. That was the first one that I hosted. And then out of that, I got to thinking, I had my website, CheapRVLiving, was doing well. A lot of people were coming and watching and viewing, and so it was succeeding. And I thought, well, if I could put out a call and 13 people could come, what would happen if and that was just through the Yahoo group. What would happen if I did did it on my website? And that was the beginning. That was the first RTR. I guess I just started out online. I guess so. I found an online community, kind of created an online community. And I think that's a good way to do it. You were on a forum.
Yeah.
And so that helped you.
It did, absolutely. And I will say, I remember us going on some dog walks when in Pahrump, and you just kind of floating the idea of like, what do you think about getting a group of people together to like share ideas and build community? And Nemo and I were walking with you, and we were like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. We didn't actually realize you were going to do it. We just thought we were just, like talking. And lo and behold, Bob did it. And I remember that first RTR was like 35 of us. So it again helped build that community. So
having a voice online, but I think that a really good way for the average person is online. I mean, there's forums, there's Facebook groups. Go join the Howa Facebook group. You'll make friends. Howa runs a virtual caravan. We have Howa runs caravans. So there's online opportunities for everyone, and so for a lot of you, that would be the easiest way if you're just starting out.
How about you?
Yeah, definitely want to echo the online. I think that is just such an incredible way to meet so many people, and specifically, I mean, there's a lot of groups. For example, on Facebook, there's car camping for women only, if that is something that would help you feel safer. Whenever I am out and about, I really like to use food or some kind of offering as a way to just sort of almost introduce or break the ice, so to speak, where it's like, hey, I have an extra, you know, water, do you need one? And so that has been something that's been really helpful in a non-online way.
Yeah, like share a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's something I've seen a lot of. You know, we'll be all around in a group, and no one will come out of their rig and go meet anyone else. And so we'll all separate and go our own ways without ever having met anyone or built any community. And that is an excellent way to do it. Just, hey, I've got some coffee going. You want a cup of coffee? Or I'm taking my dog for a walk. You want to join me on a walk? I mean, it's risky. It's out there. But that's the only way you'll ever get to know anyone, is if you're willing to take that risk to meet someone.
Even just recently, because I brought too many decorative pillows in my car, I offered a decorative pillow to somebody. And so that was a way to kind of like break the ice.
Right. So let me address one last question. I got this initially when Brian came on and started doing videos, and now Autumn is here and she's doing videos. People say, Bob, are you quitting? Boy, I'd hate to see you go. Please stay. Folks, I'm not going anywhere. You cannot get rid of me that easily. You're stuck with me. But I've been making a lot of videos for a long time, and I would like to do less. And so for a long time now, I've been looking for not an exit strategy, but a sharing strategy. How can I bring some people in who I believe who care and are just as concerned about you as I am, and who have the knowledge and experience and the compassion to keep the channel going. So I came across Brian, my oldest friend, on the road now, and Autumn, one of my newer friends on the road now. I asked them both to come in at different times, and now you see them and know what wonderful people they are. So I will be making videos for CheapRVLiving until the day I die. I can assure you of that. On my deathbed, I will, if I'm capable, on my deathbed, I will shoot my last video. So I will do that. I'm not going anywhere. I just am turning over more and more of it to friends that I love and trust, and I know will treat you just the way I would want to treat you. So folks, we hope you got something out of this video. If you did, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you on the next video. See you then.